Monster news out of OpenAI. SearchGPT just dropped. This, in my opinion, is the Google killer. I don't see any reason you need to use Google anymore. In this video, I'm going to demo you SearchGPT. I'm going to show you some mind-blowing use cases. I'll compare it to both Google and Perplexity. Then I'll show you why this is the only search engine you need to be using right now. So here it is. This probably looks pretty familiar to you because it looks exactly like ChatGPT, because it is. The only difference now is you get this new button right here, search the web. You click it, you're now in SearchGPT. As of right this moment, it's only out for Plus and Team users. But basically what this now allows you to do is use real-time data from the internet in your AI queries. So for instance, if I want to ask, why did the Yankees lose the World Series last night? I can hit send on that. It's going to have real-time information coming in from the web, and it's going to show me exactly why the Yankees lost the World Series last night. It breaks it. It doesn't just give me the score like you'd get in a normal search engine. It breaks it down that they had defensive errors, missteps, bullpen challenges, and it gives you a lot of detailed, in-depth, real-time information and analysis. This is way better than a static search engine like Google, because with Google, you just search it and it gives you a bunch of links and you kind of have to do the thinking yourself and figure it out yourself. But with SearchGPT, it does the thinking for you and just gives you the answer you need. So why is this the Google killer? Let me show you why traditional search engines stink compared to what I just showed you. So I'm going to do the exact same thing in Google. I'm going to hit search. And basically what we get here is, first of all, a whole bunch of links. Right now, I got to go clicking in the links. There is a little bit of AI functionality built in, but basically all it is it took a little clip from an already existing article that was written on ESPN. There was no real conversational information exchange here, right? Like all it did was just took a clip from an ESPN article. This isn't totally helpful, right? Like let's compare what it gave me here to what SearchGPT gave me, right? It gave me a total breakdown of every single detail. With Google, it gave me this kind of potpourri of links and then a clipping of an ESPN article, not nearly as powerful. There is literally not a single reason anymore to be using Google over SearchGPT for any sort of answers. But let's take this a step further, right? Say I wanted to ask a follow-up, right? Say if I wanted to start brainstorming some content. So let's ask the follow-up. If I wanted to write a blog post on this game, what would that blog look like, right? I'm having a conversation. I'm asking follow-ups. This is something not possible with Google. So let's hit send. I'm basically having a real-time conversation with the internet, which is pretty amazing. And then boom, just like that, it's writing me an entire blog post. So if I'm a sports writer and I'm trying to do research for a story, I'm basically having a conversation with the internet to brainstorm content I can, or because I'm a YouTuber, maybe I now go and ask it for a YouTube script. Okay, now write me a YouTube script for this. Now it's putting together an entire video script, and I didn't have to give it context again. I didn't have to remind it of what I'm talking about. And now I have an entire YouTube script. Let's do the same thing in Google and see what it looks like. All right, so let's have a follow-up question. I'll put it in the search bar. Write me a YouTube script on this. I hit enter. It didn't remember what I just asked it a second ago. There's nothing here about the Yankees. It didn't remember what my last question was. There's zero context. But when I'm doing this on SearchGPT, it remembers all the past context. It remembers everything we were just talking about. That is unbelievably powerful. Now you can have conversations with real-time data. Now you can do brainstorming with real-time data. Now you can get creative. It's a lot more creative where it can build content for you. It can come up with interesting ideas. Talking with Google versus talking with SearchGPT is like talking to a wall versus talking to an encyclopedia. It's just two completely different things. There is not a single advantage you have anymore for using Google than you would SearchGPT. Now the question becomes this. Perplexity's been out for a while. Why would I use this over Perplexity? For those who don't know, Perplexity is an AI-powered search engine as well. This has been out for a little bit. It's gotten wildly popular. I think they just had a $50 billion investment around. Why would you use Perplexity over SearchGPT? I've played with both. I still like SearchGPT over Perplexity. I think this instantly replaces Perplexity. SearchGPT has all of my context of every conversation I've ever had with ChatGPT. I have conversations with ChatGPT every single day. It knows about my history. It knows about my career. It knows about what I'm doing. It knows about my business. It knows about my YouTube channel. It knows about the software I'm working on, right? If I ask ChatGPT here, I say, what do you know about me? And hit enter. Here's what I know about you. You're a content creator with 200,000 followers on X. You primarily cover topics like content creation, algorithms, and entrepreneurship. I have a technical background. I have a community. I have a YouTube channel. I'm a developer with creator-focused AI web apps, so it knows about everything I'm working on. It knows about all my hobbies, what I'm doing. It even knows I'm planning a YouTube video comparing SearchGPT to Perplexity, right? Let's go back to Perplexity and ask about that. What do you know about me? Answer, I don't have any information about you at all. This is why SearchGPT kills Perplexity. While Perplexity to me feels like a search engine with AI functionality, SearchGPT feels like AI with search capabilities, which is a monster difference. It's going to remember context around who I am. It's going to be able to customize results based on what I'm interested in and questions I've asked in the past. That's actually monster. It's like having your own assistant rather than just kind of having a search engine with a little bit of AI functionality. In my opinion, based on what I've just gone through, SearchGPT by far destroys Google. I can't think of a singular reason to use Google anymore, and is, in my opinion, way better than Perplexity. The fact that it has the context around, look, it has all the hundreds of conversations we've ever had and remembers everything we've talked about and includes that in my results. It changes what it tells me based on what it knows I'm interested in. With Perplexity, it totally lacks that, so it's just kind of a robot searching the internet for me with a little bit of AI capabilities. This is a game changer. I can't wait to include this in my workflow now. If I'm you, I'm using this for all search. And if I'm you, I'm just putting every search through this because it's going to give you way better results. It's going to be able to customize what it's telling you based on who you are, which is amazing. It changes it from a search engine to a personal assistant, which is the future, in my opinion, of the internet. So here's how you're going to use this best. This is how you're going to use SearchGPT moving forward. You're not only going to ask it queries like you would a Google or a Perplexity, you're going to have follow-up conversations, right? This is what makes SearchGPT the best. The fact that you can have these queries, get information, and then have follow-up conversations, do brainstorming and creative thinking. This is how you get the most out of SearchGPT. So using this moving forward, always make sure it's multi-chain conversations because that's how you'll get the most out of it. Go the next week. Do not use Google. Do not use Perplexity. Try this out, work this into your workflow. I promise you'll get better results. If you learned anything here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. I break all the latest AI news the moment it happens. I also show you how to use AI to do really, really cool things. Leave a like and let me know down below what you want me to cover in my next video. Everything is user feedback driven.